We call upon our BAI President, Mr. Sushanta Basu, to kindly come on the dais and give us his views and deliver his talk for this August gathering.
Distinguished guests, fellow builders, members, ladies and gentlemen, I am extremely happy today to be here in Pune on this occasion, but again I am a little bit unhappy because of the truth that came out of Mr. Bode's words, that your heart bleeds when you see the difference in Pune. I mean, in between the Pune of 1950s and 1960s and Pune of today. I have a very fond memory of Pune of 50s and 60s. When I was a child, I used to come to Pune because my uncle was there in army, he was a doctor. And I still remember that in those days, many people in the country used to look at Pune as a possible place to settle after retirement. But I don't know whether today anybody is thinking to settle down in Pune after retirement. What a great change. But my heart is not bleeding because there has been change, and it proves that Pune is vibrant, Pune is alive. If there is no change, it becomes a dead city or a dead man. Friends, our chairman was telling in his welcome speech that government departments and our clients, they should give us prize for doing these excellent works. Well, they should, but never mind. When there is nobody else to beat your drum, you have to beat it yourself. So that is exactly what you are doing, and I'm really very proud of Pune Center. And as suggested by, again, our chairman, Pune Center, we should ask and request all the major centers of BAI all across the country to start such efforts so that we can encourage good builders, good contractors to create good structures. Because you know that up to a point we work for our sustenance, but beyond that we work for the satisfaction of our emotion, for the satisfaction of our intellect, and when somebody appreciates us, it satisfies us and it gives us an ammunition to move forward in future. So well done, Pune Center. I hope that rest of the country will follow you. Friends, in construction industry we have a lot of problems, and we discuss it in our meetings, in various forums. But two things I would like to discuss today. One is what Mr. Deshmukh was talking about, that is safety measures. This is one area where we in construction industry really lack efforts. There is not much awareness. If you can forget the top layers of construction entities, then there is hardly any effort in this area. I remember that in my school leaving exam, there was a English essay that we had to study. The name of that essay was Nature and Science by Julian Huxley. And the last line of that essay was, chance and accidents are only aliases of ignorance. So accidents happen because we are unable to explain the cause, because we fail to take adequate measures to prevent that accident. So I think in the industry, we must create awareness about safety measures. The next thing is, you all are aware, and we have been debating about it for the last probably 1 decade, but hardly anything has come out as on date, and that is skill development of construction workers. I am really sorry to tell you that although we have been lecturing on this subject, we have been attending number of seminars and workshops on it, there is hardly any movement forward. Construction industry is generally said to be in the unorganized sector, but again, if you can, we can divide the construction industry in organized and unorganized sectors. Organized sectors means where the contractors, they have engineers, they have skilled supervisors, they have skilled workers. But a major chunk of construction industry, a major chunk of construction work is done in our country by very small contractors where there is practically no supervision. I'll again tell you an incident. Few months back, in a metro city I was traveling. My companion was an European, and unfortunately he was a civil engineer too. And when we were passing through one street, we saw the base concrete of footpath was being laid. And believe me or not, the concrete was being mixed manually and water was being added by a running hose pipe. That gentleman was sitting here beside me. He just looked at me and smiled, as if telling me, what happened to your lecture last evening? So this is the state of affair, and I asked myself that why it is happening so, what we are doing to improve the situation. Should we police on it? Is it possible? Ultimately, the answer lies in skill development. Instead of depending on unskilled workers, we have to skill and educate the workers. If we can instill this truth in the minds of workers that there is a thing called water cement ratio, there is an optimum quantity of water that can be mixed with cement for producing best quality of concrete, then only we can achieve this quality. Friends, you all are aware probably that BAI, in association with 3 other associations, we have started one not-for-profit company, Construction Skill Development Council of India. This is a sector skill council under the mandate of NSDC. It was created. The headquarters of this organization is in Delhi. They are trying to do something for skill development, and the mandate on them is at present formulation of curriculum, formulation of NOS, certification, assessment, all this. I am trying to include something else also within it. They have a program to train the trainers. Now I hear that, I understand that you are doing a lot of training works here, but where from you are getting your trainers? These trainers need also to be trained. Now CSDCI, they have a program to train the trainers. Couple of months back, they had such one program in Panvel, and every 2 months, 3 months, they have such a program. So I request you to please contact with CSDCI in Delhi. They have a full-fledged office. Mr. Ajit Gulabchand of Hindustan Construction, he is the chairman. We all are members of the board, and I'm very much optimistic that through the efforts of CSDCI, something will come out. And lastly, I tell you that we have to do it ourselves. This is our problem. Nobody else is going to do it for us. We cannot hire somebody to do our job. That again reminds me of one movie that I saw 40 years back. I was a student then, I was living in a hostel, and in those days there was no TV, no internet. Our only source of entertainment was a Saturday evening movie. On that evening, one movie was being shown. The title of that movie was Black and White in Color. The name was Black and White in Color. The story goes like this. It was a Second World War story. The place was a North African tiny town. The story goes like this, that Second World War has started. That town, they had a club for white people. Now, all the Europeans were members there. There were French people, German people, English people. And when the news reached that town that Germany and France are fighting, the club members, they also thought that yes, when our countries are fighting, we should also have some fight here. But there were very few numbers, so they sat in a meeting, and the Britishers, they gave them a suggestion that you see, instead of fighting yourself, what you do, both the French people and the German people, you have a lot of slaves, you have a lot of Africans as your slaves. So you arm those Africans, and tomorrow morning, your slaves come with arms at one side of our ground, and German slaves, they also are armed, and they come on the other side of the ground, and they fight with each other, and whoever wins, their masters take the credit. That means if the slaves of French people win, then it is a win for France. If the slaves of German people win, it is a win for Germany. Those days are gone. Now there is nobody to fight your war. We have to fight it ourselves. So friends, please rise and do something for skill development. Thank you very much.